Hey, what's going on, y'all? Now, in today's video, I want to talk about a topic that I think is very essential to understand in this modern day and age where I think people are a little bit more emotional. People are a little bit more feelings based. We care a lot about people's feelings and not hurting people's feelings and so on and so forth. When I think that it's very, again, essential to understand that facts are greater than feelings. Facts over feelings. This is something that I think is, kind of espoused by the red pill community. But I think that whether or not, it doesn't matter what community believes this or supports it, advocates for facts over feelings. It's a simple truth that you can apply to anything in life. And that's kind of like what I'd like to demonstrate with this video. So let's get into it. What are facts and what are feelings? Let's start with feelings. Feelings are an internal response to some sort of outward stimuli, or it could be an internal stimuli, but really any kind of stimuli. Your emotions are some kind of it's an internal response. It's kind of an impulsive, it just happens. It's a reaction to some sort of stimuli that happens in the real world. For example, you get a gift that you've been waiting for. You feel happy. You know what I'm saying? That gift doesn't come in the mail, and you find out that it's the package got lost. You feel sad. You're a little bit depressed. You're a little bit down. It's just a quick reaction to some sort of stimuli, some sort of situation that has occurred in the real world. Facts, on the other hand, are the truth, the true understanding of a situation, the true, the knowledge of a situation, what has actually happened. I mean, it is the literally just the truth. Facts are the truth. You can't get around that. Facts are what we know to be true about some kind of situation, about something or another. It's a fact, you know. So we have facts and feelings. Now, why are facts over feelings? Why should we consider facts more important than feelings? Consider them greater than feelings? Because your feelings are a less accurate, and I'll actually phrase it like this: facts are the more important or the more accurate indicator of how you should respond to outward stimuli. Facts are the more important stimuli, or facts are the more important factor, that or the indicator that you should consider before you react to some sort of outward stimuli. Now, why is this? Because the facts put things into perspective. Your feelings, now that's again, it's just a gut kind of internal reaction, but this is something that has more to do with your ego. Now, your ego is the part of yourself that is you. It's the I. It's the part that loves yourself. It's the part that that feels. It's the part where arrogance comes from. It's the part of yourself that perhaps can even think too much of yourself. It's the part of yourself that wants you to always be right. And it's that part of yourself when you're wrong in an argument. You want to be more combative even though you know you're wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we have this ego in us that just wants us to always be right. It wants us to always be, the star of the show, the main character, the center stage guy. That's kind of how our ego operates. And so when anything hurts your ego's feelings, when anything pleases your ego is going to have an emotional response to that. But at the end of the day, there's a subjective part of ourselves, which if you subscribe to Freud's beliefs, Sigmund Freud's beliefs, he calls this the superego. And this is the part of us that it's objective. It's purely objective. It's reasonable. It's able to consider facts. It's able to consider the truth of a situation and factor that in to our reaction. So, again, facts are more important than feelings. And here are a few examples to kind of point this out. Let's say you're driving on the highway, right? And you got your exit coming up. You're about to get off, and there's someone who's kind of been driving beside you. He's kind of, you can kind of feel that they're trying to get over, but they haven't really made any big moves because there's a couple cars in front of you, just a little bit of space. They haven't really tried. And right before you get off the highway, this person slides over and gets off the highway right in front of you. And so now you're stuck going a little slower behind this guy because he literally just got off right in front of you. And your ego has a reaction because you wanted to be in the right. You wanted to have a smooth little ride out the highway. You're mad. This motherfucker just cut you off. This dude, you know what I'm saying? You have an emotional reaction. And some people, you know what I'm saying, if they simply take their emotions as the basis that they should be responding from, they say, okay, well, now I'm going to cut this motherfucker off. I'm going to drive beside him, you know what I'm saying, honk a horn, do whatever you got to do to show your aggression, to show your displeasure. That's what these people kind of just, people who are who are responsive to their emotions, who respond based on their emotions. That's the kind of thing that they do. You know, drive beside them with a gun flashed up on some goofy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like literally just acting goofy because their emotions, they're you know, impulse. They're commanded by their emotions. Someone who considers the facts is going to be able to say, okay, this person clearly had to get out the highway, just like I had to get out the highway. They didn't have room to get over until this very moment, and that's when they got over, and that's when they did so. Sure, that doesn't feel good for me right now, but the fact of the matter is, they had to get over, they got over. If I was in their shoes, I probably would have done the exact same thing, so I'm not having to drive 5 minutes down the highway to make a little U-turn just to try and get to my exit. You know what I'm saying? I can understand that. I can understand why they did that. I can even see it from their perspective. So I'm gonna cool myself down here and not throw a little hissy fit just because someone got in front of me on the highway. That's the kind of reaction that being able to consider the facts will provide you. It'll keep you reasonable, it'll keep you level-headed, and it will keep you from acting rashly, acting from your emotions, and doing something that you might regret. And this kind of leads me to my next example. You know, in my community, the black community, often you'll see deaths occur over absolutely trifling behavior. You know what I'm saying? Like just completely meaningless interactions can lead to the death and murder of individuals. You know what I'm saying? It can be something as simple as you're walking down the street, someone's walking down the street, you bump shoulders, you know what I'm saying? Or the motherfucker steps on your shoes. And it's like, if you ever seen the Boondocks, they call this a nigga moment. You know what I'm saying? Where but here's the thing, this can really happen for any race, you know what I'm saying? But niggas in particular, bro, we happen to be prime victims or prime perpetrators of this kind of behavior. So again, absolutely meaningless stuff can happen over, you know, like someone just steps on your shoes. And again, someone who's based off real emotions, you know, someone who's acting, who's insecure in themselves and has to respond to their emotions and you know, again, at the command of their emotions. They're going to respond to that by, you know what I'm saying, accosting the motherfucker. Yo, you stepped my shoe, nigga. What the fuck, man? You know what I'm saying? Getting all up in their face, and maybe guns get pulled out because people ain't beefing with their fists these days. People beefing with their Glocks. You know what I'm saying? So guns might get pulled out, and people might die over something as simple as accidentally pumping shoulders because you didn't want to get out of the guy's way. Or, you know, walking on someone's shoes because, you know, you're just careless as you're stepping. You know what I'm saying? And someone can apologize. At the end of the day, bro, something like this happens. You have to be able to pull yourself out of your emotions. Be able to say, all right, my ego's feeling of honor. You know what I'm saying? Because real honor comes from your behavior outwardly. You know what I'm saying? This kind of perceived honor where it's like you have to treat me with respect and you have to treat me how I want to be treated, or you're not, or you know, you're disrespecting me and you're dishonoring me, and now I gotta react in some crazy way. You know what I'm saying? That's not what honor is. Honor is my behavior towards you. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, if you do something real pitiful to me, something real meaningless to me that I don't have to care about, that I don't have to get up in arms about, me choosing not to react to that and just keep my level head, keep it pushing, that's the kind of behavior that, again, it's honorable. This is kind of that's true respect. You know what I'm saying? I respect you enough. I kind of just have this universal respect of every living being, not to throw a hissy fit, you know what I'm saying? Not to accidentally turn this into something where one of us might die, or something simple as we accidentally bump shoulders, or you know, you accidentally stepped in my shoes. It's not that important, bro. My life is not worth the shoes. And again, reacting emotionally, you might just accidentally kill the guy, get into a fist fight, something crazy. But when you react from facts, take the facts into account. My life is worth more. My well-being is worth more than checking some guy overstepping on my shoes. It's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. You know what I mean? Like getting your face pushed in. You know what I'm saying? You know, like crazy things can happen when people get into a fight. All that stuff is not worth causing some beef over a little interaction. You know what I'm saying? So again, this is kind of just where I'm coming from, where facts will always be more important than your feelings, because your feelings can lead you to acting rashly. Your feelings can lead you to acting illogically. Facts will always lead you, will always take you towards a clear, decisive, and often level-headed reaction, a level-headed, you know, a response to whatever the stimulus is that has made itself apparent to you. When you take the facts into account, it will provide you with an easy, and it's almost like a map that you can follow of how you should respond to whatever has come your way. All right, y'all. I hope that this video kind of added some perspective as to why facts are more important than your feelings. Again, facts will always lead you to the level-headed, clear route. Feelings will almost always lead you to a brash, illogical, and often deadly, if not just dangerous, reaction. So to avoid situations like that, always consider facts first over feelings before you react in any situation, because facts will always be the better indicator of how you should react. Alright, y'all. I hope that this video was enlightening and gave you a little bit of substance as you go into this week. Alright, take care, y'all. Peace.